reply to your email as well, don't worry. Hello from Jockland. Hello from Canada, fantastic. I guess, maybe, I don't know. In Canada, in Jockland. Jockland is the same time as it is here, obviously. Cool. Okay. So what I want to do, I thought, as I say, the purpose of this is to see whether it works and it's entertaining to you. And I'm going to just sort of talk and show you stuff. So this is out very soon. It's out next month. New record. Very proud of it. The same band that played on Time on Earth. Amazing band. Very lucky to have Ian Button, Andy Lewis and Wilson Scott, who make it all sound really, really good. These are the tracks. So what I've done is I've revisited the older stuff, but I say not necessarily the obvious stuff. I've not done that thing of trying to do my quote unquote greatest hits. I've done just sort of rediscovered different bits and pieces scattered around. There's some things that I wrote the press release and actual things in there. I think there's a track like Disney Queen, and I remember that getting chosen on the radio. I remember my pal Lawrence Larry had it on the Jarvis Cocker show. He was like his favourite records. They put on Disney Queen, and there it was on Jarvis Cocker's show, and I was listening to it, and they played it, and they were like, a great song. But then it was like there was this conversation they had about like, why does it sound like that? Because it was this super lo-fi with this kind of mad guitar solo on it, and they were both like, well, dunno really. And I was like, oh God, why didn't I just record it properly? So maybe it's things like that. But I quite like the lo-fi version. But it's that kind of stuff. There's a few sort of stories about the record, about the songs. Maybe I'll play Disney Queen. Why not? Why not? Just talking about that. I don't know if it's true that really good songs, or the songs you're really pleased about, sometimes just appear. You have to do all the other work to make them good, I think. But this was one that I thought, where did that come from? I'll sing that. I'll do a little sound check for you, check it's not too loud on the guitar or anything like that. Can you hear my voice and everything? Might go back a little bit. You can't see me looking at me picking up my guitar 30 seconds ago. Bizarre. Pat had fishy mansions. Where does Pete come? I come from my mansions and north of Euston, in the UK. Hey Tom. A Luftballon. 98. Ba-boom. Brilliant. Right, I'll play Disney Queen. I can see the comments going by. I'm not going to look at myself singing it 30 seconds ago, and I will do Disney Queen, in which I think Leon C / Southend makes an appearance. Yeah. Not an entirely complimentary appearance, but anyway, we'll forget about that. What's that stone in my throat, those nettles on my back? Juggernaut in the lake and those mafiosi tracks. Does anybody know the way out of this? If I got dealt some beauty make some sense of this? Would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I mean. Would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I need. Who's that woman with the bitter fruit who said she'd save us all? Twisting the spines of non-believers, coming when she calls, hanging around the ice cream parlor by the sour sea, driving around in open-top cars, smiling endlessly. Would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I mean. Would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I need. And if I had some faith while the cement was still wet, and if I had some belief while there was still some to get, would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I mean. Would you help me, Disney Queen? You know what I need. Help me, Disney Queen. Help me, Disney Queen. Help me, Disney Queen. Help me. Sound only coming out of the right channel. Oh, thanks, Gavin. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you can hear me. Let's look. I have to look on the right side. I don't know. Don't know. I'll look into that. I don't know how am I look into it? One channel. Maybe I've got this machine. I've got me. Don't know. I should record it in stereo really, but I've only got one mic. So, yeah, I think it's the one channel thing. Stereo there. Thanks, John. So maybe that's Don't know. I've got a posh mic. You know. Got a posh mic. It's just like Joe Rogan. Do you know what I mean? It's like this the go-to mic. So let's not talk about Joe Rogan. Exactly. Back to mono. I don't think I've got the back to mono badge on there. When I was doing the record, I took there's some pictures of some objects. I'll tell you about some of the objects. Why not? I mean, this reminds me a little bit of like teaching in lockdown. I mean, they're very interactive. It wasn't just me blabbering away, but there's still an element where you just have to assume that people can hear you. So I'm just going to talk, and I won't be able to see your faces, or I don't know, see you picking your nose or falling asleep. I'll just assume you're interested, so I'll just talk. But there's still these little objects on the sleeve, some of which are here. My friend Ken helped me with it, and there were some very cool objects that he had, but I had to sack some of them because they were just too cool. An original Sex Pistols badge, too cool, and a Back to Mono badge, also too cool. So they're not on it. There's just all sorts of things like, a floppy disk. I remember when I did a group called The Wisdom of Harry in the 90s, which was electronic, and I had the sort of the carry with all the floppy disks from my sampler, And I always remember that moment. I can't remember, probably about 2005, where you're like, fuck it, stick it in the dump. You know, that moment. It's like what's the Grandaddy song about the TV graveyard? Fantastic song about the idea of the technical graveyard. Like pop quiz. What's the Grandaddy song? It's on the sophomore slump, and it's called something like, it's about the TV graveyard and the technology graveyard. Anyway, that was my technology graveyard moment, where I finally threw all the floppy disks away. And the floppy disk on this record is one that I just found on the street. So I thought, floppy disk, that's nice. So what's some other things? Yeah, this was another thing, another nice little purchase. So I'm showing the mic. I think I'll show the actual picture. So can you see me in real time over there?
No.
It's bizarre, isn't it? So now I can see myself picking it. Anyway, I'm going to stop going on about this weird time lag. Anyway, this is the Slade. Where is it on the sleeve? Yeah, the rather mangy Slade 8-track. But Slade were my favourite group when I was a young teenager. I should probably have always pretended that my favourite was Bowie or T-Rex or something a little bit cooler. But I think my teenageness, I found Slade reassuring, because I knew where I was with Slade. Obviously, you could not admire Bowie a huge amount, and I was a huge fan, but I didn't I didn't have the moment of awakening when I saw him put his arm around Mick Ronson. I was determinedly heterosexual. So Slade were like a clearly heterosexual group, although you'd be forgiven for thinking otherwise. Pretty hot, Dave Lee there with the old. Is that a big tattoo on his arm? Is he? Anyway. Pretty muscly. Anyway, Slade. So they were, So I like picking this up. I'll show you a couple of other objects. This was my. I think I mentioned this before, but this was something that I stuck it together and I painted it. This was my passion before music. The Hysterex models. Again, Hysterex was slightly more posh, and they were made of lead. So I painted this fella, stuck him together with special glue and all that stuff. It used to give me very much like making drum and bass. I always think, you're kind of you're just fiddling. It's like programming. It's like any program. It's like you're making this incredibly detailed stuff, and certainly programming in the 90s involved changing tiny little beats and all that stuff, which I enjoyed an enormous amount. So there we are, and. Yeah, maybe I'll show you what's one more. I don't know, these weren't on the sleeve. We've got some comments.
Is the album available on vinyl?
Is the album available on vinyl? Yeah, 100%, yeah. It's here, I'll be looking at it. Look, this is the vinyl album.
It says only digital on the merch table.
That's bullshit. Okay, this is a good point. Thank you very much for something. This is the whole... I am going to address this, because that's the whole point of this. It is 100% available, and I thought I'd made the vinyl available. I've had this problem with Bandcamp before. If you will bear with me, everyone, I will just go into my... Can I go into my merch? I don't think I can I? No, I can't. Sorry. I can't do it. Can I do it on my phone? I don't think I can. I will definitely, at 7 o'clock, make the vinyl available. Don't worry. I had this problem before when there was a single out at Christmas, and people ended up buying the digital, and it was epically complicated. Obviously gave people their money back, so they got the actual record, but just to actually do that was not simple. But anyway, that's no problem. Let me just look at this thing, see if I can alter it here and make it available. The whole point was...
Someone said it is available
there. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I did make it available. Okay, no worries. What was I going to do? Yeah, I was going to show you one more thing. That's right, I was going to show you these. Very proud of these. Vinyl is there. Thanks, Rob F. Cool. Nice one. Hey, Mathieu. These, I was very fond of these. When I bought these in about 1991, I think, 1989, 91, I'd finally reached my Velvet Underground moment. I was like, I've got my Velvet Underground sunglasses, finally. Which made me very, very happy. See, if I just carry on watching the screen, I can actually see myself putting them on. Let me just... Yep. made me very, very happy, these glasses. Yeah, so if I decide to start, maybe I'll if I join Primal Scream, I can put these back on basically and wear them without looking like, why is he wearing those glasses? But yeah, so I'm very, very fond of those glasses. Yeah, should I do another song? What should I do? Let me something off the record. I just think like this. I wrote this, but this is a sort of reminder for me. I'm going to read a quote that I put at the head of the press release, which I really, really makes me very happy. This quote, which is kind of like is in a way a sort of a philosophical reason for the record. So I'll read this quote from Martin Amis. As the 50th birthday approaches, you get the sense that your life is thinning out and will continue to thin out until it thins out into nothing. And you sometimes say to yourself, that went a bit quick. In certain moods, you may want to put it rather more forcefully, as in, oi, that went a bit fucking quick. Then 50 comes and goes, and 51 and 52, and life thickens out again, because there is now an enormous and unsuspected presence within your being, like an undiscovered continent. This is the past. I like that. I think that's true. I mean, I'm way beyond being 53, but it's the same thing. And in a good way, I think. And what I'd kind of add to that is the moment you've gone past 50, you know you're not going to be on the planet for as long as you were, so you kind of value it more in a way. And you suddenly have this world of the past in a way that's kind of, trying to relate to it in a way that's worthwhile. Not just, obviously, not nostalgic either. Not only nostalgic, it's too good. Sort that out. What's my favourite Jonathan Richman song? Fucking hell, that is a difficult question, actually. That is a really difficult question. Because I like him a fuck of a lot. I'm making a compilation for Soho Radio, and I was about so many different songs. I mean, I covered a song of his in the 90s that's on a record somewhere called Dancing Late at Night. Not Dancing at the Lesbian Bar, but Dancing Late at Night, which is a beautiful song. I love the Velvet Underground. There's so many. I mean, the guy is insanely good. Hello from Auberville. Hello, Eric. I mean, yeah, it's a tough one. When I'm playing in London at the Soho Poly, the people that are organising it, they do something called ghost gigs, where they use recordings, old recordings of people that have played in the building in Riding House Street in the Polytechnic of Central London, which is now the University of Westminster, and they've got a recording of Jonathan Richman. So when I play, there's no support. It's just in this beautiful space called Soho Poly, right in central London. The support act is going to be Jonathan Richman's ghost gig from when he played there maybe 20 or 30 years before. So I will enjoy hearing that. Most people are coming in, they can hear Jonathan performing. An incredible man, yeah. My friend Matthew, an amazing musician from Matthew Sawyer and the Ghosts, and an amazing tattooist if you're into tattoos, Woozy Machine. He told me, we were talking about Jonathan Richman, and he told me he was driving down Southampton Row on his scooter. I mean, he wasn't really a mod type at all. He just happened to have a scooter. He had a scooter and his guitar on his back. And he was driving down the street, and outside the Russell Hotel, there's Jonathan Richman. And Jonathan Richman saw him and went, yes! Just because he had a scooter and a guitar on his back. And I just think that's very Jonathan. Oh, brilliant, you have the EP. Fantastic, wow. I don't have the EP, I don't think. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. Yeah, I did the sort of sad version of it because it's what an amazing man. What I have got, which is super fucking cool, and I'm just going to go and get it. Hold on. oh dear, I am returning empty-handed. Basically, Jonathan Richman did this amazing diagram many years ago. This sort of diagram of music and who was a genius and what would happen and about music and all sorts of things. Amazing. And Ian Button made a T-shirt out of it, and the T-shirt's fantastic. And I got a T-shirt. Too many dark-coloured clothes, so I'm just in the bedroom pouring everything out. Can't find it. Anyway, I'll try and post. I posted it before on Facebook somewhere. A beautiful thing. I think you should go into business selling them. He insisted on giving it to me. I was like, I want to buy this, but he wouldn't. What shall I do? Maybe I'll do some. As a thank you to Mathieu, I'm going to do The Emperor, the Dealer and the Birthday Boy, because actually Mathieu Malon, I remember doing these gigs in lockdown, and Mathieu was requested that song. And I remember when he requested it, I was like, wow, not that one. Jesus, it's super complicated, and I kind of very much wasn't forgotten really much about it. But I kind of dug it up, and I thought, yeah, that's not bad, that song. And sort of it's ended up on this record, because I kind of came to really kind of like it. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I've also done a German version of it, along with the Germans, but eventually I'm going to make a German album. Also on the record, it features, and I'm not enough of a gear hound to remember what it's called, but it features the keyboard, the East German string keyboard that was Bowie's favourite. Sean at the studio's got one. It's called a Sonos or a Soros or some sort of weird. Anyway, the string synth on that is an East German string synth, beloved of Bowie and co. in Berlin in that time. So there you go. It wasn't a preset, I promise you. I swear to you. Okay. Yeah, this is called The Emperor, the Dealer and the Birthday Boy. Say hello to the dealer. Who's your friend this month? Don't you know by now? Who's your friend this month? Get it through your head. The emperor's clothes are real. The emperor's clothes are real. Get it through your head. Say hello to the birthday boy. He owns the trapdoor you're on. Don't you know by now? The ground you're standing on. Get it through your head. The emperor's clothes are real. The emperor's clothes are real. Get it through your head. Have you seen? I think the dealer's been taking human beings. They're washing broken glass, blood off the concrete floor. And the emperor's stuck outside, 'cause he can't get his head through the door. Take a look at your reflection. You're not dealing with reality. There are some things you must accept. Face up to what you see. Get it through your head. The emperor's clothes are real. The emperor's clothes are real. Get it through your head. The world is upside down. The world the wrong way round. Good is bad. is good. The emperor is not naked, he's just misunderstood. And I'm buying another face. You know these days I think the emperor's clothes are great. So yeah, I've got a load of shows coming up. Not unfortunately in Canada yet. I've got a load in France and Germany, but also in the UK.